Thank you for turning to 10. From WJAR, this is News Channel 10 at 11.
75 years ago, the first class of recruits graduated from the Rhode Island State Police Academy.
Over the years, Rhode Island's academy has earned a reputation of being one of the toughest anywhere in the country. Few make it in, even fewer graduate. Tonight, News Channel 10's Kelly McGee and videographer Bob Farrell take us inside the academy to find out what it takes to make a state trooper.
Enforcing prohibition, busting drug deals, bringing down the mob. Elite, tough, highly selective. Few make it, even fewer rise to the top. This is where it all begins for recruits at the Rhode Island State Police Academy, a former nuclear missile site located deep in the woods of Foster. News crews have never been allowed inside these gates until now.
1, 2, 3, 4, Rhode Island State Police go! Rock, down, super training! It is service of the state. It is the call of honor. It requires unselfish devotion to duty, the highest type of honesty, and downright courage, sir!
Beginning, it's shock. It's shocking to you to be under this military discipline.
Good morning.
26 recruits selected from thousands of applicants. This is where they'll live for much of the next 6 months. They are former teachers, servicemen, accountants. Some have families at home. All have left behind careers and jobs. And standing at attention on this cold January morning, many are undoubtedly wondering if they made the right decision.
Sir! Square yourself away. You're a mess. Did somebody tell you to move? Who did? I didn't tell you to move! Are you ready to resign yet?
Can you tell who's going to make it and who isn't?
You get a good read on people when you see them, and yes, I have a good feel for who can probably make it and who's going to have a difficult time.
What gives it away?
The look in their eye. If they're focused, if they're focused, you'll know it by looking at them. They're staring straight ahead. They know they have a job to do, and they're here to do it.
It's a paramilitary organization. Recruits learn to do only what they're told to do.
Put them down! Put them down! Take your time!
There are water bottles nearby at all times, a lesson learned in Massachusetts Academy in the 80s when 2 recruits died from dehydration. It's time to get squared away. Trooper speak for getting organized.
You're all done, Joel! You're all done! I know you're...
Behind closed doors, recruits are taught how to make their beds. And it's not going well. They emerge quickly. Everything here is done quickly, wearing new uniforms. Recruits foot that bill at a $522 price tag.
Williams, what's the problem? Okay, so...
This is Williams, who reported his waist size as 30 inches. It's not.
What waist? What's your waist? 38, sir. Yeah, 38, not a 30, right? Sir, yes, sir.
Williams didn't follow orders, so he'll wear those size 30 pants for the next 2 weeks. Next up, the colonel greets the recruits.
Congratulations on making it this far in the selection process to become a member of the Rhode Island State Police. You must be committed. If you are not committed, leave now and let us fill your chair with someone who is.
It's an invitation the colonel would extend 7 more times in the next few minutes. When he leaves, the academy staff takes over, and they're not happy.
Attention, this is not brain surgery.
Following orders has become a problem again. The class forgot to salute the colonel when he walked in.
He expected to hear 26 voices singing out in the service of the state. You forgot. That's my responsibility to teach you that. Now I have to go answer to Captain Mencia. You'll pay on the PT field.
And there's another problem. Remember Williams? He fell asleep during the colonel's speech.
Williams, we have to wake you up. Hello, Williams. Why'd you fall asleep? Tired? A little bit, sir. You're tired? A little bit. Are you tired? I'm more tired.
Williams' day gets worse.
Listen to me. You didn't shut the door. Go shut it. Hurry up. Take care of it, sir. Go, Williams. Take your hat off.
Will Williams and the rest of his class make it? We'll find out tomorrow. In Foster, Kelly McGee, News Channel 10.
Boy, my job's easy. Let's look at Doppler 10,000. I'm working up a sweat here. Let's check it out. I'll show you what.
Tonight, we continue our exclusive look inside the Rhode Island State Police Academy.
Last night, we saw how the recruits began their training. Tonight, the recruits who made it through the first few days discovered just how tough this 6-month live-in academy will be. News Channel 10's Kelly McGee and photographer Bob Farrell have our story.
The gun! Drop the gun! 10, 9, 6.
The recruits are challenged in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally. So far, few have shown they have what it takes. Remember Williams, the recruit who had all kinds of problems on the very first day? He has dropped out. In fact, 2 weeks into the academy, 13 of the original 26 have dropped out and been replaced. Every day here is different, yet the same.
Sir, Student Trooper Shabba reporting that the time is 6 a.m. Left, right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
0600 hours. The day begins with morning PT.
I want to be your last state trooper.
After a run, recruits eat breakfast.
Kitchen crew on my command, take 2 steps forward.
They're required to pay for all of their meals. And they must take turns at the ever unpopular kitchen duty.
The 51st Rhode Island State Police Training Academy recruit class is online and awaiting morning inspection, sir.
Then morning inspection.
Attention on deck!
For the first few months, recruits carry plastic guns. They're told to guard them closely, to never ever let them out of their sight. But this recruit accidentally did, twice.
Sir, Student Trooper Brisside just lost his weapon, sir. 80, sir. 81. Not one time. It's happened twice already, not once. If it happens once, what happens? We're going to your your funeral, you understand? Sir, yes, sir! Class, attend, what?
Every afternoon is spent in the classroom. Recruits undergo rigorous testing. If they fail anything twice, they're out. In fact, many of the 13 dropouts are actually flunkouts. Others chose to leave.
I would rather have them go now than invest an awful lot of time and money and then 2 or 3 years from now say, I'm leaving.
Mind over what? Mind over
And
what?
then there's evening PT. Words spoken by the colonel during orientation come back to haunt them.
You will soon learn that train rhymes with pain.
What are recruits expected to learn from all of these physical tests?
Confidence, discipline, and to know their weaknesses.
Greenie, one of the 2 female recruits, is about to discover a weakness. While her colleague shoots effortlessly up the rope, Greenie struggles and struggles. But look what Greenie can do.
Give yourself some room to fight, Greenie. Give yourself some room.
In the boxing ring, she takes charge. A few days after this video was shot, she knocked a male opponent out cold. He ended up quitting. Boxing is the most intense part of this academy. Daily trips to the emergency room are not uncommon.
All the way to the flagpole. Let's go. Pass him. Go get him. That's your spot.
And neither are 8 to 10 mile runs in all kinds of weather. That after a grueling round of calisthenics.
Some may consider some of the training techniques to be a bit extreme. Is that a fair statement?
I don't think they're extreme. And of course, everything is depending on your point of view. Every training technique that we use here has a purpose. And the purpose is not to belittle or not to hurt anybody, but to condition them mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's a difficult job.
The nightly run comes to an end. After dinner, recruits have free time which is spent typing up notes taken during the day and cleaning equipment so it passes morning inspection. Everything here is structured, including bedtime rituals. Every night, recruits recite the State Police Creed.
That you are in the division of state police and in the service of the state. It is a call of honor. It requires unselfish devotion to duty, the highest level of honesty, and downright courage, sir!
Tomorrow will be much like today for those willing to stick around. Many have left, including the classes for minority recruits, despite the state police's strong commitment to bringing in people of all races. More on that tomorrow. In Foster, Kelly McGee, News Channel 10.
Join us for the conclusion of our look inside the Rhode Island State Police Academy tomorrow night at 11.
I don't imagine they're allowed to watch News Channel 10 at 11 at the end of the day. Just a thought. What do you think?
They are. Maybe tonight.
What gave you that impression?
I don't know. There's just something about the training that suggests to me that the television at the end of the day might be out. All right, let's look at the rainfall totals from the area.
A police force has to reflect the community it serves. The Rhode Island State Police does that with a 12% minority makeup.
Tonight we conclude our special series inside the State Police Academy with a look at how troopers are recruited and trained. News Channel 10's Kelly McGee and photographer Bob Farrell have tonight's story.
State Police Corps! 1, 2, 3, 4, Rhode Island State Police Corps! Hoorah! 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 Get out now! Get out!
It's now several weeks into the academy. 16 of the original class members have dropped out. This is the final group. If you look closely, you'll notice something.
Looking in this classroom, I see 22 white faces.
Right.
That's a problem.
That's disappointing. That's disappointing, but the class didn't begin that way.
Are minority candidates actively recruited?
Kelly, we invited 44 minority candidates to come in and jump into the process. 22 showed up.
Diversity is an issue Trooper Will Hill takes personally. For the past few years, he's made it his mission to recruit minority candidates, sending out hundreds of letters to community leaders, organizations, and churches.
Go, because I feel that we've gone above and beyond, and I think that we need more help from the minority community, more help from the representatives, more help from these organizations to step to the plate when we do hire and do recruit, because it's not that often that we do.
The class's 4 minority recruits are gone. 2 left on their own free will, 1 left due to a pre-existing injury. The other flunked out.
You have to maintain a discipline and an obligation and a sense of honor to get you through here. It really doesn't matter what color you are once you're here. You have to be responsible for yourself and your actions.
We have a lot of trouble, I think, convincing the minority members that the doors are open. You know, you have to come in and compete with everybody else, but the doors are open, and it's a colorblind job.
It's also a tough job.
Onward!
And a tough academy.
Rhode Island's academy is considered to be one of the toughest in the nation. These recruits are constantly being tested, and it's not just by the academy staff. Veteran road troopers are frequently brought here. Their mission? To find out what their future colleagues are made of.
Hey, did somebody tell you to move? Who did? I didn't tell you to move!
Line yourself with the seat.
With the seat.
What, do you want to sit down with them?
Down! Come on, boy. Come on, we'll wait for your classmates. Let's go. We're waiting on you. Come on, sir. You let it drip, you understand? Sir, yes, sir. You let it drip right down your nose and into your chest. Paul, you understand me? Sir, yes, sir. Beat him. Beat the guy in front of you. Pass him. Let's go. Up. Get up, get up, get up.
You might call all of this extreme. The colonel calls it conditioning.
The physical training is to build them up, and I've seen the change. And you know, if you look around the state and look at people with 10 and 15 years on the job, they're still in good shape. We engender that here. That's important. It's important that you be in good physical condition, because you never know when you're going to have to draw on a muscle to save the life of somebody else or your own.
Get up there.
It's now April. Recruits are in the 4th month of the academy. While they still compete against each other, they also support and encourage one another. They still have a long road ahead of them after they graduate in June. They'll spend months on the road with a field training officer. They'll spend years proving themselves to veteran troopers. And every day when they go to work, they'll be putting their lives on the line. All to be, as their creed dictates, in the service of the state.
1, 2, 3, 4, Rhode Island State Police Corps.
In Foster, Kelly McGee, News Channel 10.
And we'd like to thank the Rhode Island State Police for allowing us to bring you this unprecedented look inside their training facilities. The recruits were not allowed to speak with our news crews. We acknowledge that. We appreciate that. We wish them luck with their new careers with the Rhode Island State Police. See you on the highway.
But you don't want to meet them personally on the highway, right, Doug?
I think Doug is planning a fast trip home.
No, I want to be polite to them.
I think those kind words will help you get an extra 5 miles an hour, don't you? No, not gonna work. All right, let's take a look at Weather Watch reports out there tonight. Hank Simonetti reporting starry and 42 in Smithfield. A prisoner broke away from a guard and made a run for it today, but he wasn't free long. Police say Edwin Cepitas, who is 18 years old, attacked a guard who had just removed his handcuffs. The ACI was taking him to a treatment center in Garden City. That set off a door-to-door search by Cranston and Rhode Island police throughout this part of Cranston. News Channel 10 photojournalists Bob Farrell and Emerald Santos were there when cops caught Cepitas, and you'll only see that right here.
There was definitely something wrong when I got home from the supermarket.
Stop it at the light.
There was danger lurking, basically. It was a little frightening to see them enforced like that. And
So he's heading back the other way again.
when something like this happens, you know, some of the people aren't always informed.
Hard track till here. He's got nothing from here.
I heard that someone was on the loose and immediately began locking windows and doing what I had to do.
He had a white shirt on, shorts. He put both hands on the fence and jumped over, and he seemed pretty, he was stocky, he wasn't thin.
Quite uncomfortable. The whole neighborhood rallied together.
The police were very good this afternoon. They were stopping when they saw people outside, and they were alerting us to stay in our houses.
Let me get over there.
What's nice is to have closure.
Other side, fellas.
It's definitely a relief to see him be picked up. It's just frightening to think that it could happen again.
Cepitas will now be charged with breaking and entering. The Gravity Games are back in